大家好，欢迎收看肾脏基金会的 Plug In。现在是12月，这意味着肾脏基金会的冬季抽奖时间到了。在本期节目中，我们将为您介绍在 BC 和玉空分会举办的冬季抽奖活动中令人兴奋的奖品，并且你会见到 Cris 和他儿子 Mitch， 一个肾病患者，最近刚刚接受了肾移植手术。他们在这里分享 Mitch 的故事。在5年时间里，他从被诊断出患有肾病，到经历了一系列无情的挫折，到最后移植手术取得了成功。Cris 陪他的儿子 Mitch 一起走过了这段旅程的每一步，你会了解到为什么 Cris 自豪地把他的儿子描述为坚不可摧。请不要走开，因为接下来你会见到这对鼓舞人心的母子。
Cris and Mitch, great to have you here on Plugged In. Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks, Barb.
Yeah,
Happy to be
thank you
here.
very much.
Well, we've got you on the show today because with some pretty exciting news. Actually, your family donated one of the top prizes for our upcoming fundraiser for the BC Yukon branch called the Winter Raffle. The amazing gift that you donated was through the WestJet gift of flight. That's kind of an exciting thing that we don't know about. Can you tell us about it? And how did you happen to have this prize that you donated to the Kidney Foundation?
Sure. My husband travels for work quite a bit. He flies through WestJet at least 4 times a month. When he was flying back from work, he happened to be a part of WestJet's 50th anniversary, and he is a platinum member for them. So they gave a certificate to their members to say, here's a gift of flight, and donate it to a cause that you would like to donate it to. So the two of us chatted about it, and with Mitch having had a recent kidney transplant, we felt that that was the best place to give that donation to. Hi everybody, my name is Cris Abbots-Retanovich.
I'm Mitch O'Byrne.
And we're here to tell you about the Kidney Foundation BC Yukon branch Winter Raffle.
Has the best prizes ever. Make sure you join.
And buy.
Yes.
Because it's great. You guys are going to be so excited.
Yeah, me too.
With Christmas coming, these tickets are a hot item and will make great stocking stuffers. So how do you buy your tickets?
Just visit the website that you see on your screen.
Tickets are on sale now until December 30th at 11:59 p.m. But hurry up and get your tickets now, because only 3,000 tickets will be sold. Chances are at least 1 in 3,000 to win a prize.
I just say buy all 3,000 tickets right there.
And maybe even better than that, depending on the number of tickets sold. 1 pack of tickets is $25, or you can get 2 packs of tickets for only $40.
The draw will be held on December 31st at 12 noon.
So what are the great prizes you can win with the Winter Raffle, everybody?
You could be a lucky winner of a WestJet gift of flight. The package includes the round-trip flight for 2 guests at any and all regularly scheduled and marketed WestJet destination.
Or how about an Okanagan experience for 2? Imagine being picked up from the Grand Okanagan Resort Hotel in a beautiful stretch limousine that will take you on a stunning tour of the Kelowna Valley. I would love that. Stopping at some incredible wineries along the way, and all the wineries offering a different experience with their own Okanagan produced wine. What a great experience.
Or you could win an electronics package just for you. Picture yourself getting an Apple iPad, Apple EarPods, and an iHome wireless speaker to listen to music, watch movies, or just surf the internet.
Okay, so that everybody knows what great prizes are existing, and we all know that this is such an amazing cause. You all should get out there and buy those tickets right now, because they are selling fast.
I've already pre-ordered mine.
You pre-ordered yours?
Yeah.
When did that happen? How can you? Because that's cheating, so you can't.
I'm allowed to cheat.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, I'm off to get mine now, and hopefully you can catch up and buy some behind me before I buy the rest of them. So, are you?
I'm definitely buying all of them.
No.
Yeah.
You have to leave some for other people.
I don't know about that one.
So everybody, I know you're wondering, how do I get these tickets before they sell out? Because they are going to sell fast. Contact brenda.dondo@kidney.ca or call her. I'm hoping her phone won't be busy because they're selling. 604-558-6887.
Good luck on having second prize because, sorry, I'm taking the first one.
Well, I want the second prize.
You can have the second prize as long as you win, but I'm winning the first one.
But then I get to go to the wineries.
Yeah, you can go to the wineries. I'm just going to take a trip.
And I'm going to win the third prize too because you don't need any more electronics.
I think you're wrong.
No, I know I'm right because I'm your mom.
No.
Good luck, everybody.
Hey, honey, I lost the list for Jason's birthday thing. Obviously, hamburger, cakes. No, not hamburger cakes. Hamburgers and cake. And buns, sausage.
Okay. Ooh, eye candy.
Is it a full moon tonight? People are being weird. And don't forget to make the Facebook event private this time. Okay, bye.
Can you imagine losing most of something without realizing it? Over time, kidney disease can destroy up to 80% of kidney function before you notice any symptoms. Talk to your family doctor to see if you're at risk and need to be screened. It could save your life.
Cris, your family decided to pay it forward, so to speak, and donate the WestJet gift of flight that you'd received to the Kidney Foundation because your son been diagnosed with kidney disease. So can you take us back to the beginning and really tell us what led to his diagnosis and started you on that journey?
The whole thing started when he was 19.
Yeah.
Today he is 24, but when he was 19 and a half, he became quite ill after being very, very healthy. We ended up taking him to the hospital. He doesn't remember a whole lot of it because he was actually coughing up blood at the time. We went to the hospital where they said it was going to be a long night. And that evening, within 5 hours, he was transferred to the ICU. It was surreal because at that time we thought it was just pneumonia. That it was a bad case of pneumonia. That evening when we were in the ICU, they said to me his kidneys were starting to shut down, but they had no idea why. Within an hour after being in the ICU, the decision was made to put him on life support to keep him alive because he wasn't taking in oxygen and his kidneys were shutting down. The next day, the decision was made to take him to higher care and move him to a higher care facility, at which time we went to this facility and the wonderful team of physicians there, especially a nephrologist that works at that hospital, said to me that she felt it was a disease called good Pasture syndrome, which is a rare autoimmune disease, and most people have never heard of it, including doctors, because it is so rare. The hospital we were in had just recently received a machine called plasmapheresis. What that does is it takes the blood out of your body, separates the plasma from your blood, and then you are donated new plasma to take the antibodies from this autoimmune disease out of your body in hopes of stopping it.
Yeah.
He was in a coma during this time, so we said, yes, let's do it. They did it for one night. He was starting to improve. Unfortunately, the blood work came back showing that it was negative. So they had to make a decision because he was still declining to transfer him again to another higher care facility, at which time he was moved again to a Lower Mainland hospital. And When I arrived there, they were keeping him alive manually at that point, which was difficult. At that point, they gave my son less than 5% chance of survival. And it's difficult to talk about, but I think it's important that everybody knows that this can happen. He stayed in that hospital for 8 weeks in a coma. During that time, he was continuously on dialysis. He was on life support. He was on every kind of medication that they could give him because they still didn't know what was causing his disease other than he had tested positive for a coronavirus that causes the common cold. So they thought that that was what it was. He had started to get better, and after being in a coma for 8 weeks, he woke up. The hardest thing is you think when somebody wakes up from a coma, they're gonna be normal, it's gonna be fine, they're gonna be completely fine, and they're not. They can't walk. So they're hoisted up in the air. They have to go through physiotherapy. They can't sit up. They can't eat because they have to relearn all of that. Their body has to relearn all of that.
That part sucks.
He went through drug withdrawals because of all the medication that they had to give him in the hospital to keep him alive. And it was a journey. After 10 weeks, he was released from the hospital.
Yeah.
And the saga doesn't end there.
Mitch's kidneys and lungs were shutting down. Things were really touch and go, as you say, for a couple of months there. Must have been a devastating time in your life. Can you share with us your feelings, your fears? What was going through your mind at this time?
I mean, in the beginning, he doesn't recall actually going to the hospital.
I remember seeing my cousin there, but that's about it.
Because everything was hitting him so quickly, I guess that's the way of the body protecting itself, is to not allow you to remember that. So what he went through, he went from not remembering being sick to waking up with tubes in his mouth and waking up from a coma and not totally understanding where he was. I think that's more the frightening part for him is...
It's definitely more mental than physical pain that went on.
My goodness. And how are you holding it together, Cris?
Some days you can't.
Some days it's hard. It's really difficult because that was just the first part of the journey. And the journey just kept continuing.
Cris and Mitch, you are both so inspirational, and this is such an important story to share. Can you stay with us a bit longer here on Plugged In?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back talking more with Cris and Mitch in just a moment.
Have you been newly diagnosed with kidney disease? Everyone's case is unique, but you are not alone. Many people can still find themselves overwhelmed when they are first diagnosed. For some individuals, it can be difficult to find answers to all the questions and issues they're facing. The Kidney Foundation of Canada is here to help navigate what living with kidney disease means for you. We can provide you with information, refer you to relevant educational resources, clinics, or other services, and offer emotional support. Check out the programs, services, peer support, and resources that are offered in your region. As a newly diagnosed kidney patient, you have just received a lot of information and it can all be overwhelming. So here's a few answers to common questions that you may have.
I have reduced kidney function. What does that mean exactly?
To be diagnosed with chronic kidney disease, you likely had blood work done that indicated your creatinine was a bit high and your eGFR was a bit low. These are the 2 kidney function tests. There are 5 stages of CKD, and all of this can be confusing. Call the local branch of the Kidney Foundation to speak to patient services staff and gain perspective on your own particular kidney situation. In BC or the Yukon, call 1-800-567 8112. The Kidney Foundation offers manuals and brochures that are available for free to either download off the website or to have mailed directly to you.
What foods can I eat?
Most meal plans for kidney patients are based upon the stage of the disease and the results of the person's blood tests. Ask your doctor if you need to limit or augment any minerals like potassium or phosphorus in your diet. You need to understand what your own nutritional needs are, and the staff at the Kidney Foundation branch may be able to assist with this. The Kidney Community Kitchen is a great online resource once you know what your dietary needs are.
Who can I talk to?
Please contact program staff at the Kidney Foundation to discuss your situation. Also, there is a peer support program if you would like to talk to someone who has been through a diagnosis of kidney disease.
How can the Kidney Foundation help me?
The Kidney Foundation have many programs and services that can help you navigate your new diagnosis. Although everyone's case is unique, remember that you are not alone. The Kidney Foundation is here to help. You may reach us by calling 1-800-567-8112.
So when Mitch pulled through and he was able to leave Surrey Memorial Hospital, there were still a lot of challenges that lay ahead. Can you talk to us about some of those?
Yeah, for me, I knew that there was going to be challenges ahead, just because he was in a wheelchair when he came home. You know, he did have some oxygen supplementation, and you know, he needed my assistance to get into showers and stuff like that.
Yeah, when I got out of the hospital, that was tough. I had trouble walking completely. My muscles pretty much didn't work. So, yeah, it didn't go well at first, but eventually I got there. I'd say actually swimming helped me the most with learning how to walk and stuff like that. Just moving the arms and legs.
He was able to get out of the wheelchair and walk again, have showers on his own, because that's something that we take for granted, that you can't even get into a shower on your own. You can't walk, you can't get into a car, it's crazy. He was getting better, and one of the medications that he was on, prednisone, they started to taper that down. Unfortunately, the disease wasn't through with him, because at this time they did not know he had the disease. The prednisone started tapering down and he started getting sick again.
Yeah.
So we took him back into the hospital, at which time a decision was made to do a kidney biopsy. The kidney biopsy showed that he had good Pasture syndrome. So even though he had had a negative test, it was positive. So he was sent back to another higher care facility in Vancouver, where he was in the hospital again for 6 weeks doing plasmapheresis. And that was tough because they put him on high dose steroids, and he went from a 200-pound young man to a 300-pound young man, and has stretch marks all over his body because of it.
Yeah.
And you can tell them how much pain that was.
Yeah, I was pretty much ripping apart. I remember waking up with blood in my bed, stuff like that. That part wasn't fun.
But the relief and my gosh, just knowing that my son survived. And to be honest, we have the most incredible team of doctors at every single hospital in the Lower Mainland. And not just doctors, nurses, people who bring in food, the janitorial staff. I mean, my gosh, I used to sit and say when my son played hockey, we'd get in an accident, and why do we have to wait 4 hours at a hospital? But when there's a true emergency,
makes sense why.
Amazing, like amazing. Like I will be forever grateful.
So the healthcare team, they were your lifeline.
All the healthcare team.
Not just for Mitch on the medical side, but also
for me.
Yeah, for you.
More of my story coming up next on Kidney Plugged In.
Life can be unpredictable. Anything from a flood, wildfire, earthquake, or even a pandemic may affect the availability of dialysis services. Being prepared can save your life. Don't wait until an emergency happens. Take the steps to be ready now. Have your copy of the Emergency Preparedness Information for Dialysis Patients booklet on hand and keep it updated with your personal information. Keep a list of your current medications with you and always have at least 3 days' supply on hand. Make an emergency pack. It should last 72 hours. Carry a BC Renal Emergency Wallet card with you. After a disaster strikes, follow these rules to stay safe. Stay at home if you can. If you are hurt, go to a hospital. Begin the emergency renal diet. Wait for instructions. Keep radio, TV, and phone on if possible. Dialysis patients should be prepared to have dialysis day or night or at another dialysis unit. Need help? Go to bcrenal.ca, Health Info, Emergency Preparedness to get started. Download important documents you will need in the event of a disaster. Get prepared. It can save your life.
Let's see, so kidney is these are my grandpa's kidney stones. They're very precious. Kidney is a bone in your back that helps you turn. I don't know, to be honest.
They don't know kidneys are vital, do you? Get the facts at kidney.ca.
Mitch, I noticed on the right-hand side of your neck, you have a date.
Yep, that's the date I first went into the hospital. Everything kind of started from there. I think that one I just kind of thought up on a whim. I think my friend told me to get one. I was like, all right, but I don't know what to get. So I just decided on the day everything kind of started.
That turned out perfectly.
He has another tattoo that the nephrologist thought would be a good one as well.
Indestructible.
Who came up with the word indestructible? What was the inspiration behind that?
My doctor, Susan Cooper, my nephrologist. But they kind of put it on sideways. So, can't really fix that.
Wow. And that says it all. That probably sums up who you are. Indestructible. And as a family unit, what you have gone through. That is quite amazing. Cris and her son Mitch will share more of Mitch's journey on the next episode of Kidney Plugged In. Please join us.
健康的肾脏，特棒的生活质量，并治愈肾病。近60年来，这愿景引导加拿大肾脏基金会成为一个协作的领导者，发展计划和服务，提供研究资助机会，创建宣传活动。我们对数百万肾病患者或有肾病风险的加拿大人有积极的影响。肾脏基金会在优先发展和支持加拿大和国际肾脏研究有着悠久的历史。加拿大研究人员可以参加我们的年度资助竞赛，申请研究支持。我们支持新学员、生物医学研究和其他的健康项目。我们基金会重视受肾病影响的人、护理和研究人员的见解，并确保我们继续支持一个反映社区需求的研究组合。肾脏基金会参与和支持与其他基金会和机构的合作，以提高我们支持目标研究领域的能力，并增加资助能力。我们的研究项目在整个过程中都涉及到肾病患者。我们的目标是维持一个社区病人为中心的研究项目，利用我们在加拿大的研究经费和伙伴关系，肾脏基金会支持超过400名研究人员。我们 Crescent 计划正在重塑肾脏健康研究培训的未来。与加拿大肾脏学会和加拿大营养、代谢和糖尿病研究所的合作开发，我们成功地提高下一代肾病专家的能力。这计划的目的是帮以后研究人员治疗肾病。 作为加拿大高级健康慈善机构之一，肾脏基金会始终认为研究是我们的首要任务。我们的研究项目继续进展，并在加拿大治疗肾脏疾病。这只有在我们的研究人员、医生和社区中肾病患者的帮助下才能实现。加拿大肾脏研究有着光明的前景。肾脏基金会提供的不只有研究资金或希望，肾脏基金会提供支持和教育。我们有社会让其他病人知道他们并不孤单。短期激进资助有助于为急诊病人提供资源。我们还有病人手册和其他的教育手册。我们所有的免费手册都是与肾脏专家和健康专家合作制作的。我们的同伴支持项目让患者跟有类似经验的人交谈和分享。我们的在线课程和在线社区是让肾病患者们了解最新消息的最好的方式。肾脏社区厨房希望帮助那些为了肾病不能吃很多的人们。我们对支持我们研究项目和肾病服务的合作伙伴和资助者很感谢和自豪。我们的肾脏社区是很强大，有了您的支持，肾脏基金会才能帮助更多的患者。谢谢您帮肾病患者们。
Hi, Cris and Mitch. Welcome to the show. Welcome to Plugged In.
Hey, happy to be here.
Great to be here, Barb. Nice to meet you.
Hey!
They're happy to be here too.
For more of my stories, how about next on Kidney Plugged In?
Okay, that was sick.
The pressure's on, Cris. Now yours. I love that.
We'll be back to talk to you more about the winter raffle. Stay tuned. Don't go anywhere.
Sweet.